My name is Jason Stanley. I'm the co-founder of Crest Advisors. So I grew up in a small town in Missouri. From there, I moved up to Chicago, attended Loyola University. Ended up actually finishing my degree while I was in the military. Spent 7 years in Army aviation and ended up here in Texas. Always had a passion for finance, and so that's how I ended up in this career field. I was doing finance before and during the military and investing and that kind of stuff. And then I saw a need for advising. I started getting a lot of questions from my peers and people about, what to do and how to put money away and different financial concepts. And so that's what drove me into this industry. Beyond spending time with my kids, I've got two boys, 16 and 13. Beyond chasing them around and trying to keep up with them, my biggest passion is aviation. So like I said, I spent 7 years in Army aviation. I was not a pilot in the Army. I was a crew member. I actually worked on turbine engines and got to fly and stuff like that. But before I went in the Army, I had a private pilot's license, and aviation's always been big. And I'm fortunate enough now I get to use it for business. And so I love to fly. I love to be able to fly and go meet clients, go fly and meet some of our other teams and that kind of stuff. It's one of the things that brings me great joy. It's a lot of fun to be able to do. And then I love to fish. So, we do a couple big fishing trips each year and that kind of stuff. But those are primarily the two main hobbies that I have. So I think it allows for us to be able to, go meet clients that are further out. We have a lot of clients spread all over the place. I've got clients as far out as Boston, Massachusetts. I've got clients in Alabama and other states as well. We have teams all over the country. So we go from Kentucky, Florida, Texas, Arkansas, Colorado, Montana, and Wyoming. So it allows for us to be able to go and actually spend time with these people and be there with them rather than just being on a Zoom or a FaceTime and that kind of stuff. It's been fun too. I've also taken, some of my clients' kids who are interested in aviation. I've had the joy of being able to take them on their first flights and take them up. Some of our clients have flown places with us, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to be able to allow people to enjoy that with you. My time in the military is interesting. So there's two reasons I went in. One was to pay back some student loans. And then the second reason is I knew I needed to develop certain disciplines in my life if I wanted to be able to go where I wanted to go in life. It was a great platform to do that. So I enlisted. I spent 7 years in Army aviation. I did 2 tours of combat in Iraq. Spent 2 years and 3 months total time overseas. Very much enjoyed my time in the military because it did give me that platform by which I could set and start developing out those disciplines that I knew that I needed in order to be successful at what I wanted to do. It also gave me time to be able to learn more about my trade and the craft that I was very much interested in, which is what I'm doing today. It's great because, I wrote a goal in 2005. I was in Camp Taji, Iraq. I wrote a goal in 2005 that says, someday I'll have my own financial firm. I had no idea what that would look like. And it wasn't until 2019 that, Matt and I joined forces and created Crest Advisors and grew that out. But it is, it definitely was a contributing factor for helping me get to this point. So, first and foremost, one, we care. We take it very seriously. Nothing that we do for our clients is without a lot of thought going into it and a lot of preparation going into it. So like when things get rough in the marketplace, people's portfolios start to drop and there's concerns, or if we look back even to 2020 and during COVID, that was a very stressful time for all of us. Because we don't take it lightly that we're working with other people's money. We want to give them the best service. We want to be able to provide them the best advice. And so we spend a ton of time doing a lot of research to understand what's happening and which directions to move. And hopefully that comes across, that it's not just about helping people make their money grow, but it's about the fact that we care about them. We want to see them succeed. We want to see them accomplish their goals. And we get excited when we are able to take somebody into that next phase of their life, whatever that looks like, whether it's retirement or new business or whatever that is. It's exciting to be a part of. Each one of our clients becomes like a part of our extended family. So, I mean, the majority of our clients, we consider friends. Again, like I said earlier, they become kind of the extended family, if you will. We're involved in, their kids' graduations. We're involved in their kids' marriages. We're involved in their retirement parties and their transitions. We're with them when they lose loved ones. We're sometimes the first people that get that phone call. And so the relationship with our clients is very personal to us. It's something that we hold very dear. And again, it's like they become a part of your extended family. We've traveled with them, we've laughed with them, we've cried with a lot of them. We've, like I said, been there with them through a lot of different parts of their lives. It's exciting to be a part of. It's neat to be a part of. It's one of the few industries, one of the few career fields that you can go into where you actually are a part of somebody's life. You become a confidant for them. And you get to help direct them in certain things and encourage them in other things. And you learn what their goals are. I mean, when you think about it, you're really involved in one of the most intimate part of somebody's life. And with that comes a lot of responsibility, but also too, with that comes a lot of reward and a lot of satisfaction in what you do. And so I would say, again, like I keep saying, they're family. And we care about them like we care about family. So again, like I said, I had this goal in 2005 to someday have a financial firm. And I'm a big proponent of, there's a great book called The E-Myth. And the E-Myth is the entrepreneurial myth, right? A lot of people have businesses, but they're really just practitioners. And you're really not an entrepreneur until you start to grow things. And so growth has always been big in my world. I think that if you're not growing, then you're ultimately dying off, right? And somebody will come along and replace you. And we saw a need, both Matt and I saw a need to help advisors make that transition over to being independent advisors, being able to own their book. But we also saw the ability to create a culture and bring like-minded advisors together. And that's what we've done. And it's been phenomenal to watch. Our growth has been fairly organic, and it's come by way of introduction from our current organization and teams. And I think that speaks volumes to what Oak Crest brings to the table for advisors. So yes, it's helping the advisors, but it's also allowing us to bring more to the client level. So when advisors make a shift and they're coming out of the wirehouses or the W-2 backgrounds, they're leaving a world where everything is kind of prepared for them. Everything from their handouts to their appointment processes, all those things are prepared for them. And when they make that break and they go independent, and if they're not with a group like us, they have to try to recreate all that. And that becomes a very cumbersome process. And so we've created that. We help them make that transition. We know what to say. We know how to help them talk to their clients and be able to explain the move. But beyond that, we also help them with the client-facing stuff. And for our clients, it's made us be more efficient. So for my clients, I've had to be a lot more efficient in how I work with my clients. It's also allowed for us to bring more services down to the client level. As we've grown, we've been able to allocate more capital into bringing on new team members that help us service our clients better. And so that we see that as twofold. It also helps our advisors help their clients more as well. So, ultimately everything comes down to the client, because without the clients, there is no firm. And so we have to make sure that we're taking care of people and meeting their needs. And as an organization, we have a culture where we spend time learning from each other. We have teams in Kentucky that'll learn from our team in Colorado, and team in Colorado learning from a team in Texas about different ways that they're doing things, different things that they're doing for their clients. And ultimately, all of that leads to better service for the clients. So we have a wonderful team. consists of Ian, who's a junior advisor with us. He's actually working on his CFA right now, which is a huge undertaking. But he's very focused on that, and he helps me with our clients. He's in most of our client meetings. He makes sure that we follow through on what I talk about being able to do with our clients. We have Shannon, who's helping in the back office, who's managing everything from setting the appointments to our phone calls and all that kind of stuff. The Oak Crest side of things, we have Crystal, who's our Chief Operations Officer. She's helped us develop a lot of the processes that I talked about earlier that help us serve our clients better. Everything from our appointment processes to recap emails that we send out to everything that we do for a client. Really, Crystal has been there to help us create that. In the beginning, it was just Donna and I, right? So it was always just the two of us. And so whatever ideas we could concoct, we had to actually bring them to the table. So it's nice to be able to have this team that can help usher in some of these ideas and some of these things that we know will help us serve our clients better. Donna continues to be a part of the team. So not only is she helping with clients, she is also our head of advisor transition. So she goes on site and helps all of our offices get open, helps them get their clients over and the paperwork done and all that stuff. And then we have Abby, who just recently joined, who's a virtual assistant for us that will be offering that out to our organization here soon as well. And then finally, we have Mark Guajardo, who is our supervision and compliance specialist. And he does nothing but that. So he's not a producer. He doesn't work with clients. He only works with our team to make sure that we're in compliance with the regulations that are out there, and that our teams and ourselves are doing things that are in the right way for all of our clients. So it's great to have that resource. And great to have somebody like that on the team. And last but not least, my business partner, Matt Gunter, who's also an advisor and the co-founder of Oak Crest Advisors. Our personalities work really well together. I would say that we've been able to accomplish a really amazing feat in what we've done. We've been very fortunate, very blessed in how this thing has grown, and very fortunate in being able to not only meet each other, we met each other years ago in training at Edward Jones, but continue a relationship and then see the commonality that we had in a lot of our visions, a lot of our goals, and be able to join forces and bring that to fruition. It's really been amazing. He's a great partner to work with. I can't say enough good things about him. We talk on a daily basis, and our significant others joke and say that we talk to each other more than we talk to them, but I don't know about all that. But in any case, I couldn't do any of this without him, and very fortunate to have him as a business partner.